Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. As part of an African peace mission, South African president arrives in Ukraine, and Germany delivers another 64 Patriot surface-to-air missiles to Ukraine. Cyclone Biparjoy eases over Indian coast. And the Sultanate of Oman wins 11 awards in the official radio and television competitions of the Arab Radio and Television Festival in Tunisia. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Judny Johansson of the Republic of Iceland on his country's National Day. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa arrived in Ukraine today as part of an African peace mission. The South African presidency said Ramaphosa is expected to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky today and then travel to Russia for talks with President Vladimir Putin in St. Petersburg tomorrow. Along with Senegal President Macky Sall, Ramaphosa is heading a delegation including leaders from Zambia, the Comoros, and Egypt's Prime Minister. The peace mission could propose a series of confidence-building measures during initial efforts at mediation, according to a draft framework document seen by reporters. The document states that the objective of the mission is to promote the importance of peace and to encourage the parties to agree to a diplomacy-led process of negotiations. Germany will deliver another 64 Patriot surface-to-air missiles to Ukraine, joining several other NATO allies in bolstering Ukraine's air defenses. The German defense minister announced the missile deliveries today on the sidelines of a NATO meeting in Brussels. The minister said the decision is important in order to provide sustained support to the Ukrainian armed forces as they try to liberate territory occupied by Russia, adding that the rockets are to be delivered immediately. Earlier, the U.S., Britain, Denmark, and the Netherlands had announced that they would provide hundreds of additional anti-aircraft missiles for the ongoing Ukrainian counteroffensive against Russia, saying that those deliveries have begun and should be completed within the coming weeks. Cyclone Biparjoy tore down power poles and uprooted trees today after pummeling the Indian coastline. Though the storm was weaker than feared and there were no immediate reports of deaths, more than 180,000 people in the Indian state of Gujarat and Pakistan's neighboring Sindh province fled the path of Biparjoy before it made landfall yesterday. The storm packed sustained winds of up to 125 kilometers per hour as it struck, but weakened overnight, with Indian forecasters expecting it to come into a moderate low-pressure system by late today. The Indian Relief Director told reporters that there has been no deaths reported in Gujarat, but 23 people had been injured in the storm. Meanwhile, more than 1,000 villages around the coast were without electricity today as the force of the storm knocked down power lines. In Gujarat, more than 100,000 people have been moved from the storm's path before it struck, as well as 82,000 others in Pakistan. A Syrian teenager who survived a shipwreck that killed at least 78 people was emotionally reunited with his elder brother today, but there was no news for other relatives gathering in the southern Greek city of Kalamata to search for loved ones. Witness accounts suggested between 400 and 750 people had packed the 20 to 30 meter long fishing boat that capsized and sank early on Wednesday morning, about 80 kilometers from the southern coastal town of Pylos. In the immediate aftermath of the disaster, 104 survivors and 78 people who drowned were brought to shore by Greek authorities, but nothing has been found since. A massive search and rescue operation continued today, but hopes were dwindling of finding any more survivors from the hundreds of people believed to have been on board the boat when it sank in some of the deepest waters of the Mediterranean. South Korea's military said today it had successfully retrieved a large chunk of a crashed North Korean space rocket from the seabed after 15 days of complex salvage operations. North Korea attempted to put its first military spy satellite into orbit on May 31st, but the projectile and its payload crashed into the sea shortly after launch due to what Pyongyang said was a rocket failure. After deploying a fleet of naval rescue ships and minesweepers, plus dozens of deep-sea divers, Seoul's military said it had managed to salvage what appeared to be the main body of the rocket late Thursday from the Yellow Sea. Still to come in our news bulletin. Al Khuloof Beach in the Governorate of Wusta is a well-known touristic destination. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Sultanate of Oman, represented by the Ministry of Information and a number of private media institutions, won 11 awards in the official radio and television competitions of the Arab Radio and Television Festival in its 23rd session in Tunisia. The Sultanate of Oman won the first prize in the television competition of natural reserves around the Arab world on the program As-Sarb, which sheds light on wildlife and natural reserves in the Governorate of Dhofar. It also won the first prize in the documentary category on the program Athar. The Sultanate of Oman's radio also won 3 gold awards and 2 silver awards in the festival. This round of the festival was distinguished by focusing a number of subjects related to vocational and engineering programs, in addition to tourism media, Arab drama and digital age, artificial intelligence, documentaries, and sports commentary in the Arab world. The Students' Creations exhibition was held in the Beit Al-Zubair Museum in Muscat. The exhibition was inaugurated by Her Excellency Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim Al-Mahrouqiya, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. More details in the following report.
Around 100 fascinating collections of artwork made by students of Asma bint Amr School, Hind bint Amr School, Al-Balagha School and Stal School were showcased at the Students' Creations exhibition, which was inaugurated at Beit Al-Zubair Museum in Muscat.
I participate with this work in which I use different color to show the rich history of old door in Oman.
The gallery will continue until the 22nd of June, giving art lovers a fantastic opportunity to indulge themselves in the brilliant compositions manifested in every single piece of art.
My team and I represented Edvard Bonish painting the screen in the form of a boat. Of course, we did not make a complete imitation, but we added some touches and made the boat with wool, and we highlighted the design to make its shape clear with a black wool.
The exhibition aimed at encouraging students to present their innovative ideas and market their creative pieces of art to the wider community.
Such sophisticated artworks reflect the outstanding capacities of Omani students, whose contributions will enrich the national fine art arena. Salih Bukhalfan Al-Rahbi, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Oman oil price August 2023 delivery reached $75 and 36 cents per barrel. Oman oil price rose by $2 and 4 cents. The average price of Oman oil June 2023 delivery reached $83 and 28 cents per barrel, thus $4.89 higher than price of May 2023 delivery. The governorate of Wusta is well known by a number of touristic destinations, and one of such sites is Al Khuloof Beach. More details in the following report.
Due to its geographical location and coastal line extending from the Wilayah of Mahout to the Wilayah of Al Jazer, the governorate of Al Wusta is distinguished by a number of beautiful beaches overlooking the Arabian Sea. With the start of summer season, most of the beaches in the governorate witness low temperatures. One of such a touristic destination is Al Khuloof Beach, which is about 60 kilometers away from the Wilayah of Mahout. The beach is considered a magnificent place along with its geographical and environmental diversification, as well as the sandy areas and the sight of clear blue water. There is also a cave located near the beach which leads visitors to explore through a rocky path to witness the rock formation inside. The tourists and visitors can enjoy a number of activities along the beach, such as fishing, camping, as well as have memorable time with friends and family. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rabi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television.
This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. As part of an African peace mission, South African president arrives in Ukraine, and Germany delivers another 64 Patriot surface-to-air missiles to Ukraine. Cyclone Biparjoy eases over Indian coast. And the Sultanate of Oman wins 11 awards in the official radio and television competitions of the Arab Radio and Television Festival in Tunisia. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's a good night and have a great weekend.